Lean Ween. Lil
I decided that while I'm getting ready to go out with my friends in Harajuku that I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself, because I realized that I haven't really talked about my story, why I'm in Japan, why I'm in Tokyo, why I'm leaving, which I don't even know if I've really said outright that why I'm leaving and that I'm leaving. But basically, I've been in Tokyo for 2 years now. I came here to go to university. I've always wanted to move to Japan since I was like 12 when I came to visit, and I just loved it so much. After COVID, I was just really having a hard time, and I really needed a change. And I had a conversation with a friend. I told her what was going on with me. She was like, you know what, you love Japan. Why don't you just go move there? And I was an actor, and I like to do like side modeling, background, stock photos, just like a bunch of random side quests because it was really fun for me. I told her I was tired of the industry in LA, and she was like, well, you can try it in Japan. I think it's worse in Japan. So I actually never did, but I really am happy that I came here, and I found new priorities. And why can't I find my concealer? I found new priorities, but I can't find my damn concealer. Give me a moment here. Is this it? I guess. I did find new priorities. I really wanted to focus on school here. I used to also love doing social media stuff and doing TikTok, but you know, I was 2 years too early doing TikToks in 2019, and then COVID happened. I got really depressed. Well, meanwhile, everyone else was going on TikTok, and I was getting off of it to kind of get away from social media, and I was in not the best relationship, and life was hard. But now I'm back, and I want to do things again while I'm young, make YouTube videos, or move to Japan, or move back home to Los Angeles. That's kind of what I'm doing. A lot of people are probably like, why are you leaving Japan in the first place? Well, to be honest, I love it here, but it's not really my home. It can be very lonely. It can be very hard to make friends. People leave. Foreigners or people who aren't Japanese, who didn't grow up here, tend not to stay here very long. So it's just a constant cycle of making friends and losing friends. And I'm someone who's really kind of family oriented, and I love my community and I love my friendships. And I honestly have the most amazing community in Tokyo because there's so little of us that it makes the community so much stronger. It makes it so much easier to find like people that understand you, which can be kind of hard in Los Angeles because it's such a big city and there's so many people. It sucks that I'm leaving my community, but I'm really glad that I'm leaving on a high note because a lot of my friends are leaving. So even if I were to stay, I would not have the community that I have now probably for much longer. And I want to leave Japan while I'm really happy and while I'm having a really good time. I loved my classes. I loved my school for the most part. It can be tough and it's really hard to move to Japan. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, to be honest, is move here, because honestly, if you can move to Tokyo by yourself, you can do anything. Literally anything. I have no doubts that I am going to be such a strong person going back, and also that I've matured so much. It really forces you to grow up fast because everything is harder here. Ordering a drink is harder here because, you know, you're not fluent in the language. I'm lucky I had a friend to help me when I first moved here. He was super helpful. He helped me get my Pasmo. He taught me like the really basic Japanese words. I really appreciate him for that, honestly. So that was like a nice start that I had a friend. He even helped me with my broker so I could move out of my apartment and find a better apartment. I found an amazing apartment, which I have to do an apartment tour before I leave, before I pack up all my stuff. I have a boyfriend back in Los Angeles. I have my family. I have my dog. I have my best friends. And I really just want to go back and I want to make good money. You know, it's hard to make money in Tokyo. The yen is so weak. I don't want to have to be stuck here the rest of my life, not be able to visit my family in Los Angeles just because I can't afford it. That's another reason of going back, is to make better money so that I can come back to Japan and visit my friends, but I can also be around my family instead of being here not making a lot of money, though it's very livable. You can find an apartment for 200 USD a month. Living here is very affordable, but some of the cons with that is that while you can live, you may not be able to always have fun because having fun is not affordable. I spend like, oh my god, $40 to $100, really 4,000 to 10,000 yen, but in the equivalent of how much you make here, it's around $40 to $100, but really it's like 25 USD. Literally. But for us, it's really hard because, you know, we don't make that kind of money here. To be like, oh, I want to hang out with my friends, but I have to pay how much? Unless you're just going to be getting drunk.
I'm editing this and I just want to add something quickly that I think is important because I don't want all of the Japan glorifiers to come after and hate me, and the people who live here to also come after me and hate me. I am going to just reiterate that it is very affordable to live here, and there are a lot of really fun, cheap, free things you can do. Museums are cheap / free, matsuris or festivals are free, but obviously obviously you can't just do free things all the time. Sometimes you want to do other things. Sometimes you want to go to Disneyland. Sometimes you want to get your nails done. Sometimes you want to do your eyelashes, get your hair done. That stuff is not affordable. Getting your hair done, getting your nails done, stuff like that is not affordable here. It costs the same amount as it does in the United States of America, except you make way less money here. So I just wanted to reiterate that so I don't have the haters come after me. Also, the other thing about Japan is that even if you do have the money to do all of those things, and even if you do want to do free things, you don't have the time, because Japanese work culture is really, really, really intense. So even if you have the money, even if you want to do free things, you do not have the time. You don't have time or you don't have money. And that's just my opinion.
I haven't really been showing you guys any of the products I'm using, so I'll just do it quickly. I don't remember what brand this is. It might be Ulta, but it's called Sweet Cheeks. It just rubbed off. Nudies bloom all over face. It's really, really nice. I love it. And then I always use Tarte Shape Tape for my concealer because it's awesome and I've been using it for years. And then I just use a brush to blend everything in, and then I use kind of my hands to like make the blush not as strong. And then after that, I like to go over my makeup with a little bit of bronzer, wherever it is. And then this is actually from the brand Uoma, which is Black owned. They're really awesome. I got a lipstick from them. Yeah, you know, support Black owned businesses, guys. Bronzer on one side and a highlight on the other side. Though I don't really use the highlight because when I use cream highlights, I tend to break out on my cheeks. So I only use the bronzer. And I just add a little bit here and a little bit here. And then I add a little bit with my finger on my nose and on the bridge of my nose to give the kind of like button nose, you know, kind of effect. Anyway, it can be really livable here, but it doesn't mean that you're having the most fun. I feel like my boyfriend would definitely break up with me if I stayed here any longer. Sometimes I think about, maybe I do want to stay here longer, but I just know that my experience won't be the same. And you know, if I want to come back here, I know the ropes now. I'll just go to a language school or I'll apply for my university because they really support alumni who want to get jobs in Japan. So if I really want to come back, I have those options that'll hopefully work out. We'll see. But I might honestly want to stay in LA, even though the election is coming up. So I'm kind of scared. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, then I use highlight. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is a very old palette. This is years old. Huda Beauty has a good equivalent of this one too. Shout out Huda, I really loved it. But I have this one here that I brought with me, and I always use Moonstone, which is this corner one, on the tip of my nose. Ding, 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 ding. Yep, just the tip. And then on the bridge actually as well. And then I take a little bit and I put it on my eyebrow area. Ding, 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 ding. I love sound effects. I will have been in Japan for 2 years in August, and I leave in August. So I will have lived here exactly 2 years before I go home to America. And I am very sad. Honestly, I really love it here. I love the comfort and the safety. I feel so safe. I had such bad anxiety when I first moved here growing up in LA and always being scared. Like, I've been attacked in LA. I've had to call the police. To have to never worry about that, to be able to go out at 2 in the morning and just be on my phone, which is probably not the best, but and just not worry about that is honestly such a blessing here. And that's something I'm gonna miss. And also walking, getting to walk everywhere, because in the US you have to drive everywhere because it's not walkable. In my city in LA is pretty walkable, and even then it's not safe. So that kind of defeats the purpose of walking if you feel like you're gonna be attacked or something. So that's honestly why I'm a little sad. That's one of the things that I'm gonna be really missing here, is just the walkability and the safety. My friends. I learned the love of eating and love of food here because food is so accessible and it's so cheap. I can walk to the konbini at 3 a.m. to get food if I'm hungry. I don't have to drive 10-15 minutes to go get food. It's literally like, I hope when I go home, I'm gonna be domestic. I'm gonna be a little chefy. I'm gonna cook because I don't have a kitchen, like a big kitchen here, so I can't really cook. But I learned to love to cook, you know, even the small things that I can make here. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the Ulta Beauty lip liner. It's called Spice. Yay, let's see. This does not work. It's just the Ulta Beauty brand, and I really love it. I've been using it for years. Like, I like to overline just a little bit. I already have huge lips, honestly, so I don't really need to overline, but I just like to because it makes it look like I have lip filler, and I think it's such a funny look. And I like to talk like this and be like, oh my god, I'm so just like really happy, which is funny because I'm from Los Angeles and people make fun of my accent all the time, but I don't think I have an accent, but whatever. No one has talked about my accent for a while, and I wonder if it decreased moving here. I don't know. Then I just clean up the sides a little bit because I always overline it a little bit too much. I love Tokyo. There's no bad reason that I'm leaving. It's just, also I have no more money. My college is an American college. It's very expensive. I can't afford physically to live here anymore. Even if I wanted to get my 6-month job hunting visa, just to stay here an extra 6 months, I physically cannot afford it. I won't be able to afford my rent. I won't be able to afford food. I probably won't be able to find a job that allows me to afford these things unless I go live like an hour outside of Tokyo. And I really just need to make money again. Living here as a college student, not making any money, making like $60 a month extra with my job at school, USD. It's like maybe 15,000 yen, so maybe 80 USD. I don't know. You have to check the conversions. I don't know right now. That's not enough. That's like my fun pocket money. And I literally can't live like that anymore, okay? But I'm gonna come back to visit and hopefully I'll be able to share my experience of what it's like to leave Japan. I know most people like to make videos of living in Japan. I just really didn't want to make my social media all about being in Japan, living in Japan. I know that so many people get a lot of views and have a lot of people watching them because of that, but it just isn't. Where's my freaking lip gloss? I do this every time. I found it and it's wet because it's rainy season here and my bag got soaked from the rain. Anyways, Fenty Beauty hot chocolate, and I got this literally years ago as a gift, so I know makeup expires, but mine doesn't. I've been using all of this for like 6 years. I just don't really like to shop. Like, I'm not a big shopper. I'm not someone who buys myself things that I probably need. Literally, most of my clothing has been given to me. Like this top, my bestie gave this to me. It's so cute. It's cropped. These pants I bought, but I bought them in Korea. So of course I'm gonna go shopping in Korea. So this is the culprit. I have had sparkles covering me for ages. Didn't know where it came from. It's from the freaking lip gloss. Oh my god. Ew, ew, ew. What is this? Come on. Ugh. Ew. What's that mean? Ew, brother. Ew. I don't know. I just don't remember my logos. Anyway, I'm covered in sparkles. Okay, time to put my mascara. This is the best mascara. You'll see when I put it on my eyes, you're gonna be like, yeah, because they're crazy. Every time I do that and I get overly excited, I get heart palpitations. Like, I need to stop overexciting myself. I'm like those goats that get too excited and they pass out. Liquid lash extensions by Thrive Cosmetics. This shit bangs. You'll see. It adds the fibers to your eyelashes. Like, it literally peels off when you wash it off too. It's amazing. Like, I love this shit. I've been using it for years too. Not this one. I changed my mascara because mascara dries, okay? I'm a good girl with the mascara. Also, it's near your eye. You don't want to get eye infections. If you're gonna change any of your makeup, change your freaking mascara. All the other stuff, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical chemist. I don't know. But your mascara, you need to change. Also, I'm literally drying it out by just letting it sit. I like to just do the ends first, create that kind of like long wing-like thing at the ends of my eyes, and then everything left over, I go down into the middle. It makes like a really pretty effect. Do you see that difference? That's crazy. Let me get you close. Look at that. That's just one coat. It's just one coat, girly. Lighting is so shit. I'm sabotaging myself. Oh, I want to make YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. I'm gonna film in the shittiest lighting ever. I don't like TikTok anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of her. She's oversaturated. I enjoyed it in 2019 when there was no one on it and everyone bullied me for it because everyone was so unhinged and crazy on there. It was freaking hilarious. Now everything's overproduced. I like things that are a little funky, crazy, underground. I'm just not like other girls. I was first, okay? I knew TikTok when it was Musical.ly, which is actually not true. I never was on Musical.ly. Back to Japan. See, I don't even like talking about Japan. This is what I was saying about making my videos all about Japan. I know that I could get views from this. I know I could, but I don't want to because my life, my whole personality is not about me living in Japan. I have a personality outside of that. Do I love Japan? Yes. Am I a bad bitch for moving here? Yes, everyone who moves here, we're all bad bitches. Look at us, we did it. But it is the hardest thing you can do. It gets so sad. I have cried myself to sleep more in Tokyo than I have any other time in my life. I have had panic attacks, but we did it, and it's hard, and it makes you stronger. So if you want to move to Tokyo, move to Tokyo, but be prepared. A lot of people cannot handle moving to Japan. A lot of people come here and they literally end up leaving so soon for mental health issues. It's so unbelievably lonely. It's so unbelievably hard. I miss having house parties. I miss pre-gaming with my friends, like having people over without the police getting called on you. My neighbors are actually really chill. I've never had the police called on me before, and I'm so loud. Like, I play such loud music whenever I'm dancing and, like, you know, have friends over and stuff. Never at night, only during the day, because I'm not, like, rude. Oh fuck, I fucked up. Oopsies. I know a lot of people who've had the police called on them so many times for even just like having their TV be too loud. It doesn't allow you to have any relationship with people in your own home. You always have to go out, you always have to drink. It's just a lot. I'm not saying that having parties and having people over is everything in this world, but it's really important, you know, to have relationships with people that aren't surrounded, that aren't focused on drinking. You can't even have sexy time. You can't woo-hoo around here in your own damn apartment without the police getting called on you. So people have to go to love hotels. I don't know if you've ever heard of a love hotel. It's a place you pay by the hour to do your woo-hoo, and they have sex toys. They have a lot of things for you in there. They have role plays. They have some that are on the train, some that are in the candy house. I've never been to one. I need to go to one before I leave. Okay, alone though. I got a man, okay? I'm not gonna be doing anything weird, but I do need to have a sleepover there just once, just to see what it's like. You can go to a damn love hotel just to, my old neighbor, he must have been 50 or 60. He literally was the sweetest guy. He spoke English. He was getting it. We had an understanding, okay? I play my music, I sing karaoke, I dance, I'm loud as hell, I have friends over, we're good. He bangs some random woman and I don't say anything. Okay, because that shit was loud. I was like, is he watching porn? Nope, it was not porn. It was IRL, sexy bang bang. And you know what? Good for him. And then he moved out and he had just gotten divorced. I'm convinced him and his wife got back together because I heard her yelling in there, or some woman yelling with him, and all the sexy time. I was like, either him and his wife are getting it back on, or he found a new woman. But he moved out soon after. And this is a bachelor apartment, okay? Only one person per apartment. I don't know where he went, but I wish him luck and I hope that he gets some puss from now on. Well, I don't need to wish him anything. He was already getting it, okay? Getting more than me, that's for sure. I've been doing long distance for 2 years. Me and my boyfriend are very successful at it because we're both awesome and we love each other and we're both really cool and great, and he's literally pretty like a princess. He's pretty like a princess, yeah. Anyway, I am moving back to Los Angeles, which at least I'm moving to a city. I'm not going back to like Ohio or something. No offense, guys. So I will be going back to like a place that has a lot to do, that has a lot of friends, that has a lot of fun things. I already made a list of stuff I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably join like a knitting club or something because I love to knit. Tokyo will always have a really strong place in my heart, and I will be coming back here. I have friends here that I can stay with. So this is not gonna be the last time, obviously, that I'll be in Japan. And hopefully I'll actually be able to travel other places too, because I haven't had the money to go anywhere else living here. And I would really like to travel more and not just have to be stuck in Japan. Though it's great, it's easy to get comfortable here and not ever want to move, not ever want to do anything else with your life because it's so comfortable. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you know, I think I want a little bit more than just being in Japan and being comfortable. I want to live a little more. You know, I'm 23 and I want to live my life. That's kind of a little get ready with me. This is my final makeup look. It's really simple. It's just like a super chill, you know, makeup look. And also a little bit about me and my life here in Japan and what it's been like. Yeah, because I have loved it a lot, but also sometimes things have to change. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you got through this whole video, I appreciate you, boo, okay? Because I be yapping, okay?
I will.
Also,